Right, yogis, welcome to another edition of our practice. Just want to start off by saying it's important that we practice regularly, and the more I interact with people who are, into yoga or are teaching yoga, the more it becomes clear to me it doesn't really matter where your level is, beginner, intermediate, advanced. It doesn't matter as long as you show up for your practice every day. And sometimes it's not just a physical practice, it could also be this practice of self-restraint, of not losing it on other people, of trying to find the good in a situation, even though everything looks absolutely crap. I think all of that constitutes a practice. And if you can be mindful about your practice on a minute to minute basis, I think it becomes so much more beautiful. So, with that, I will request you to settle down on your mats and start moving inwards, staying with your breath, and just spend a few minutes deepening your breath, figuring out what works, what doesn't. When you're ready, gently open your eyes, sit up tall. The intention for me is to primarily deal with side plank, which is basically a lot of weight on your shoulder and your wrist, a lot of weight being carried by your arm, but equally becoming aware of your core on the side because that's what holds you up, and also using your leg muscles to kind of just take it in so that you ease the pressure on your side abs and your arms. So it's like, how do you integrate everything to hold a good side plank? So let's start off with the wrists. So arms out, fists, and just rotate your fists. A few times clockwise, a few times anti-clockwise. And then when you're ready, let's do a shoulder stretch. So right elbow to left shoulder. And then if you see, notice your right shoulder hiking up, push it down. So just keep pulling your right elbow in towards your left shoulder. So you should be feeling a nice stretch around here. And let it go the other side. Left elbow to right shoulder and left shoulder push it down away from your left ear. And release, interlace your fingers in front of you. Imagine someone's pulling your arms out of your shoulder sockets, round your back, tuck your chin in. You should be feeling a nice stretch on your upper back. And slowly release, interlace your fingers behind you, squeeze your shoulder blades in. So you should be feeling the stretch on your upper chest now. Squeeze your elbows in, squeeze your shoulder blades in, start taking your heart up, chin up. And then maintaining the interlace of your fingers behind you, first straighten out your spine, so the top of your head moving up towards the ceiling. Keep the squeezing in your shoulder blades going, and then start extending your elbows as much as you can, and then start raising your palms up towards the ceiling behind you. So not the ceiling behind you, but your palms are behind you, moving up towards the ceiling. When you're ready, take a nice deep inhale, and then when you're ready to exhale, lean forward. So I'm not asking you to round your back, Keep your back straight. Lead with your chin as far forward as you can, so your palms are moving up. And then if you can, release your forehead down. If you can't, remain suspended. Keep raising your arms up. And slowly release. Get your fingertips together. Get your fingertips onto your shoulders. See if you can get your elbows in towards each other, touching. Inhale all the way up to the sides and exhale all the way down and back. Inhale up, open, exhale together. Inhale up, open, exhale together. Now the other direction. So inhale down, open, up, exhale together. Inhale down, open, up, exhale together. Last time. Inhale, cross, open, exhale. Let it go. Get your right ear to your right shoulder. Keep pushing your left shoulder down. Even your right shoulder down, but you should feel the stretch here on the left side of the neck. Back up, left ear to left shoulder. Push your right shoulder down as far as you can. So it's like a very subtle movement, you won't even feel it, but if you do it correctly, you feel the stretch. And release, tuck your chin in towards your neck, not your chest. Chest would be rounding your back, just your neck. So you feel the stretch on the back of your neck. Inhale, take your chin up. Feel the stretch in your throat. And let it go. Get onto all fours. So knees are hip width apart. Your hips are directly above your knees. Place your palms on the mat. Spread your fingers. Your index fingers are parallel to one another. Your shoulders are over your wrists. To start with, just push. Keep your spine straight. Push your hips forward so your shoulders go beyond your hips. So gradually increasing the pressure on your wrists. You'll also have to engage a little bit of your chest. Stay here. And slowly move back to neutral. Turn your fingers outwards so your wrists are facing each other. Hopefully your elbows are also facing out. Gently bend your elbows. Try and get your chest as far down as you can. You might be sinking into your shoulder blades, which is fine with this one. And release. Now turn your fingers to face your knees. Yep. Try and keep your fingers spread. Once again, spine straight. Push your hips back. See how much further back you can take your shoulders. May not be much, but just feel the stretch on the top of your wrists. And then slowly. Now, flip your palms back to neutral. And then flip your palms upside down. So basically the hard part, the knuckles are on the mat. Your fingertips are once again facing your knees. You might have to come in a little bit because your elbows will be bent. Now stay with your bent elbows and push your hips slightly back. So getting a stretch on the flip side of your wrists. Stay with your breath. Try and keep your wrists down on the mat. Try not to lift your wrists up. You can bend your elbows all you want, no worries. As long as you're feeling the stretch on your wrists. And then release. Tuck your toes in, and there's a reason for that. Sit on your heels. And then see if you can get both your knees off the mat. Hold your balance. Only if you want to release your left foot forward. See if you can keep it up. So get your heel off the mat. And see if you can hold your balance. So you really got to start engaging your core. Helps if you kind of get into a Barbie foot. And then see if you can bend your knee, get your ankle on the other knee. And see if you can hold your balance. Slowly release. Release your feet beneath you. Just get into a normal vinyassa. And then once again, get back onto your toes. Sit on your heels. Take your knees off the mat. Try and hold your balance. Spine tall. And when you're ready, release your right heel forward. And keep your fingertips down because, you may never end up balancing on your toes. Just fine. Then see if you can lift your heel off the mat. Bobby foot helps. Then bend your knee, get your ankle over your other knee, and see if you can hold your balance. Sometimes leaning forward helps. Let it go. Once again, get back to Vajrasana. Okay, get back to all fours, knees hip width apart, hips over knees, shoulders over wrists, spread your fingers. Inhale, right arm next to right ear, left foot all the way back. So alternate arm, alternate leg. Reach through your toes, reach through your fingertips, chin up. Notice your left shoulder. If you're sinking into your left shoulder like this, push down with your palms so you are kind of pushing away from the shoulder. Reach through your fingertips, slowly release. The other side, so left arm next to left ear, right toes all the way back, try and remain parallel to the floor, reach through your fingertips, reach through your toes, push out of your right shoulder. So try and reach the top of your right shoulder up towards the ceiling as you keep increasing the length of your spine by stretching through your fingertips and your toes. Slowly release. Inhale, down, tailbone up, heart up, chin up. Exhale, cat. Tailbone down, under, and pointing forward towards your chin. The chin moving in, middle of your back up. Inhale, slowly release back to neutral. Most of you know what's coming next. Inhale, right arm next to right ear, left toes back. Point your left toes to the left. Circle. So move from your hip, not your knee. Keep your knee straight. Just the toes are pointing to the left. Move from your hip. Your foot as far forward and towards your head as you can. Circle your right arm out to the side. Pull out of the left shoulder, chin up. Stay with deep breaths. Try and hold steady. Slowly back to wave in. Just one more side, thank God. Left arm next to left ear, right toes back. Point your right toes to the right. Swing your right leg towards the right. Right arm, left arm to the left. Chin up, pull out of your right shoulder. Pull your navel in. Stay steady. 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly back. Notice how quietly we move into the core. Now, once again, right arm next to right here, left toes all the way back. Bend your left knee, circle your right arm around, hold on to the outer edge of your left foot, push the foot back, pull out of your left shoulder, and then if you want, turn your head over your right shoulder to look at your left toes. If this seems difficult, you can keep your knee down, hold on to your foot, and then try and take your knee up, and then push your foot back as much as you can. So you might feel stuck. Go. So stay here, and then push your foot back as much as you can. It doesn't matter as long as you're getting the stretch. Slowly release. Left arm next to left ear, right foot all the way back. Bend your right knee, circle your left arm around, outer edge of your left foot. Push the foot up and back. Pull out of your right shoulder. Look over your left shoulder at your left toes. Keep pushing the knee up, the foot back. So not hanging in there. Pushing the knee up, foot back. Opening out my left shoulder. Slowly release. Inhale to cow, chin up, tailbone up, navel moving down, but strangely you're still pulling it in towards your spine. So it's like the spine pushing the navel down, but you're taking in your abs to pull the navel back up towards the spine. And exhale to catch. And slowly push back. To child's pose, reach your fingertips forward. You want to remain active. Keep your elbows off the mat. In fact, push your pinky fingers into the mat as you try and take your elbows up towards the ceiling. So you might have to rotate your elbows in and up. And keep reaching your fingertips forward. Stay heavy with your hips, tailbone moving down. Find space, find length. When you're ready, slowly find your way back to all fours. This time, get your right knee directly behind your right wrist. Point your right toes on the mat. Straighten out your left knee, so your left toes are on the mat, and then drop your left heel down, so your left foot is behind your right toes. Then, start pushing your weight into your right palm. Take your left palm onto your left hip. If you're not already in one plate, push your left shoulder back so it stacks above your right shoulder. And just hold this lovely side plank. See if you can start looking up at the ceiling without seriously impacting your balance. Please make sure that your right shoulder remains directly above your right wrist. You shouldn't be over because you're unnecessarily stressing your wrist. You shouldn't be too far back because, you're not gonna start engaging your core. Now see if you can start squeezing your right side of the abs muscles so as to kind of hold the left side up towards the ceiling. So you gotta really get that squeeze going on here. When you're ready, slowly release, come back to neutral. This time get your left knee behind your left wrist. Straighten out your right knee, drop your right heel down, so your left toes are pointing towards your right foot. Get your right, start pushing your weight into your left wrist or your left palm, and then get your right palm on your right hip. Slowly start moving your right shoulder back so that it stacks up on top of your left shoulder. So it's like one straight line, right shoulder, left wrist. Keep pushing down. See if you can start looking up towards the ceiling. See if you can start firming up your upper leg. See if you can start squeezing the left side of your abs to pull the right side up towards the stool. It's like a stretch, lateral stretch. And slowly. Get your feet together behind you, tuck your toes in. Once again, settle down on your heels. If you want, stay here. If you want, alternate one knee up, the other knee up. Find your balance. If you can, take both your knees up. Get into your balance. You can either hold this. If you want to get into a little twist, get your right palm outside left knee, left palm outside your right hip point. Inhale, spine tall, exhale, twist. If the balance is too much, put your right knee down. Spine keeps growing tall as you twist. Slowly release. Release your knees down. Release your toes from underneath of you. Take a break. While you're taking a break, notice your posture. Are you just giving up on your spine and going like this the way you normally sit through the day? Or are you actively engaging your spine, pulling your lower back in, increasing the length of your spine, relaxing your shoulders down, gently squeezing your shoulder blades in a little bit towards each other. So you don't end up rounded like this. You end up a little bit more like this. When you're ready, tuck your toes in again. Once again, getting in the heel. Yogi's choice, alternate knees or both knees up. Find your balance. If you want, continue to enjoy your balance here. If you want, left palm outside right knee, right palm outside left hip point. Inhale, spine tall, exhale, twist. As you twist, maintain a tall spine. So this becomes tricky because you're managing a balance and a twist. Now, every time your balance goes, your twist goes. So you've got to maintain your balance, maintain your spine, and yet keep twisting. And of course, if it's too much, get your left knee down. So you're still enjoying the twist with a little bit of assist with your balance. And slowly release. Release your toes from underneath of you. Get back to Vajrasana. When you're ready, get back to all fours, palms and knees. Once again, get your right knee behind your right wrist. So in line with your right wrist. Extend your left knee. Drop your left heel down so the arch of your left foot is in line with your right toes. Your left palm on your left hip, same thing. Make sure your right shoulder is on your right wrist. When you're ready, if you want, so for some people, this is enough of a side plank. They feel challenged already. And if you're one of them, just work on this. Try and find your steadiness. As they say, find your sukh in your asana, find your happiness, find your satisfaction with your pose. But if you want to kind of push it a little more, get your left foot up so that your left leg is horizontal with the mat. It helps enormously if you start flexing your left ankle or pointing your left toes. So you're engaging that whole left leg rather than kind of just leaving everything floppy and allowing gravity to do its thing. So then you've got to kind of put in more work on your shoulder and your abs, your side abs. Then if you want, release your left arm up. And then if you want, circle your left arm across. And then if you want, look up at your left thumb. Stay with your breath. Reach through your heels, reach through your fingertips. Make sure you're not sinking into your right shoulder. You're pulling up and out. And slowly release. When you're ready, your left knee lines up behind your left wrist. Extend your right knee, drop your right heel down. Toes in line with arch. Right palm on right hip. Get your shoulder back. Stay here if you feel challenged enough. If you want a little more, push down into your left palm. Float your right leg up. Make sure your right ankle is flexed. If you want, take your right arm up. If you want, turn your palm to face the front and reach. Try and keep everything in one plate. Stay with your breath. Final challenge. See if you can look up at your right thumb. 3, 2, slowly release. Hips down to child's pose. Reach your fingertips forward. You can stay with your knees apart. Allows you space for your spine to grow tall. When you're ready, get back to all fours. This time, get your right knee directly behind your right wrist. So actually walk your knee forward and get your right knee directly behind your right wrist. Then swing your right heel forward. So you've guessed it, we're getting into pigeon. Now there are lots of ways you can get into pigeon, but the most important is you get your right leg positioned in a way that suits you. So for some of us, it means the heel kind of moves in towards the groin, which is fine. I know they say that if you want to get the stretch the best way possible, keep your calf parallel to the top edge of the mat. This is not available for most of us. So it's perfectly fine if this gets down. It's perfectly fine if you can't take your right knee out to the right. All that is fine. Get back onto your palms and then walk your left knee as far back as you can. So the more you walk your left knee back, the lower your hips sink, the lower your tailbone reaches the max. Once you've reached your max, get down to your elbows if you can, or stay on your palms, whatever works. See if you can tuck it your left toes in, walk your knee a little further back. And then from here, just take it where you want to go. So walk your elbows forward to the extent you can. And then if you can, drop your heart down to the mat. Stay here for a bit. Enjoy your pigeon pose. Usually we do this at the end, but I just want to give your wrists a little bit of a break. When ready, walk your palms all the way back so that they're shoulder width apart and your shoulders are over your wrists. Tuck your left toes in. Pick up your left knee so your left knee is straight. Now from here, see if you can take your right foot all the way back and up into three-legged down dog. So right foot back and up, three-legged down dog. Reach your right leg all the way up and then bring your right knee to your right elbow plank. So pull the knee in, chin up. Keep pulling the knee in towards the right elbow. And then slowly release your right foot back, hold plank for a bit. And if you feel you've got the energy and you really want to work it out, go in for your chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Everybody meets in down dog. So if you don't want to do your vinyasa, just meet in down dog and then drop down to palms and knees. You know where this is going? Left knee directly behind left wrist. Swing your left heel around. Ideally, well, not ideally, but if you can, get your left calf parallel to the top edge of the mat. If you can't, keep your heel close to your groin, no matter. If you can, push your left knee out to the left a little more. Then back to both your palms. Tuck your right toes in. Walk your right knee back. As far back as you can go, your tailbone is starting to move down. See if you can release down to your elbows. Keep your hips level. And then walk your elbows forward to wherever you can take your stretch. You should be feeling a stretch on your left glute. When you're ready, slowly walk your palms back, shoulder width apart. Tuck your right toes in, pick up your right knee. When you're ready, left foot goes back and up to three-legged down dog. One move. Push your shoulders back, right heel down, left toes up, reach up, make it a good down dog, and then left knee to left elbow, plank. Reach through your left toe, so don't just kind of, hang them. Reach through, energize that foot. Keep that knee moving in towards the elbow and up towards the armpit. Chin up. Spine tall. Not just yet. When you're ready, foot back, hold plank. If you feel like it, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, up dog, and then everybody meets in down dog. When you're ready, drop back down to child's pose. All right. This time, start with palms and knees, and then just walk your toes back. Get into a plank. Right foot up, down dog, three-legged down dog. When you're ready, get your right knee back to the right elbow, right knee to the left elbow, so crossing. And then see if you can extend your right knee, plonk it down next to your left foot. See if you can work both your knees straight. See if you can push your left hip down so you don't end up looking like this. It's more like this. And then get the right foot back. Stay in plank. Get your left leg up, hips up and back. Three-legged down dog. Left foot goes up, all the way up. Left knee to left elbow. Left knee to right elbow. Cross. And then extend your left knee. So left foot gets next to the right palm. Once again, push your right hip down. So try not to open out your right hip, keep it down. Heart reaching forward. Feel the stretch once again on your left glute. When you're ready, release and back down to transpose. This time you can let your arms go. Stay with your breath. When you're ready, get back to all four. We'll start with the same side plank with the bent knee and then see if we can move to straight knees. So, right knee in line with your right wrist. Right shoulder above right wrist. Left knee straight, drop your left heel, left palm on left hip. So you know the drill tip here. Now, if you want, of course, to stay here, keep practicing. But if you want to straighten your right knee and go for both the legs extended, balance on your left fingertips. So get your left palm down, balance. Start moving your right foot back. So you got to start putting your weight on your right palm and then extend your right foot. And then you have to replace your left foot with your right foot. Now, when you do that, make sure your shoulder, your hip, and your heel are in the same straight line. Get your left foot quickly above your right foot or in front of your right foot, whatever works. Once you think you've got it, work on the balance. So release your left arm onto your right hip or onto your left hip, but keep pushing your hips up. Now, if you end up looking like this, well, it's no good. So push your hips up. Come on. Then if you want, look up at the ceiling. Stay with your breath. When you're ready, if you can, get your left foot all the way forward. So you'll start getting onto the toes of your right foot. So your left foot is next to your right palm. Drop your right knee down. Push your hips down and forward. Come up to stretch your right hip flexor. From here, if you want, get your right elbow outside your left knee, left palm on top of right palm. Inhale, spine roll, exhale, push your palms down so your heart moves up to namaste. Keep pushing your tailbone down and forward. No point if you end up looking like this. You still want the hip flexor stretch, but you want to do it with a twist. And slowly release. Back to all fours. Other side. Left knee in line with your left wrist. Right knee goes straight. Right heel moves down. So toes pointing to arch. If you want, get your right palm on your right hip and just practice your side plank here. If you want to go with straight knees, get your right palm down just for balance. So stay on your fingertips. Start transferring your weight into your left palm. Start straightening out your left knee. Make sure your left wrist, shoulder, hip, and heel are in the same plane. Get your right foot in front or on top of your left foot. And then if you want, of course, take your, which one is this? Right one up. But make sure your hips are not sagging down. You're pushing your hips up away from the mat. If you want, turn your face up towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath. Pull out of your left shoulder. When you're ready, take your right foot all the way forward next to your left palm. You're now on your left toes. Drop your left knee down. Keep pushing your tailbone down, forward. Climb up for your hip flexor stretch. When you're ready, and if you want to, left elbow outside right knee, and twist. Tailbone keeps moving down. Inhale, spine roll. Exhale, heart moving up to your namaste. Tailbone moving down and forward. The other advantage of this is you start getting a little stretch on the back of your shoulder, which gets really stressed with the side planks. And you're ready. Slowly release and get back to child's pose. Knees apart, knees together, doesn't matter. Back to all fours. Now we're going to do the side plank again, but this time we're going to take the top leg up if you want to. But if you are a beginner to this whole practice and you want to keep your knees down, keep your knees down. If you want to practice getting into the side plank through normal plank, go ahead, get into plank. Shoulders over wrists, hips in line with shoulders. So we're going to start by facing left. So get the outer edge of your right foot on the mat. Get the inner edge of your left foot on the mat in front. Get into a side plank. And then if you can, float your left leg up. Remember, flex your ankle. Floating it up. Reach up through your fingertips. If you're down with your knee on the mat, no worries. Enjoy your side plank. When you're ready, bend your left knee in towards your chest. Left foot forward. Get onto your right toes. Inhale, come up, high lunge. Sink the tailbone down. Reach your fingertips up. Push into your palms. Straighten your spine as much as you can. So avoid that desperate C curve in your lower back. If you can, tuck your tailbone in, down and forward. But keep moving your tailbone down and forward too. When you're ready, drop your right heel down, open up, warrior two. Sink your left hip down towards your left ankle. Increase the length of your spine. Right palm down, left palm up. Peaceful warrior. Circle back. Warrior two. Left arm on right thigh. Intense side stretch. If you want, left palm to ankle. Even more intense side stretch, right shoulder moving back. Reach through your right fingertips. Come back. Warrior two. Right palm on right hip. Yes, we're doing half moon. Whether you like it or not. Get your left fingertips 8 inches ahead of your left big toe. Drag your right foot in halfway. Square out your shoulders. It's pretty much like a side plank. Pull your right foot up. Straighten out both knees. If you want, release your right palm up. And if you want, release your left palm too. Stretch. When you're coming down, bend your left knee first. Reach through your right heel even more. Try and come back to warrior two. Windmill your arms around. Front foot goes all the way back. Hold plank. If you feel like it, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. We're gonna do the plank the other side. So if you want, inhale to plank or get down to your knees and move to plank from your knees. You already know how to do that. So this time, outer edge of your left foot on the mat, inner edge of your right foot on the mat in front. Get into your side plank and then float your right leg up. Flex your ankle, right arm up. If you want, look at your right thumb. When you're ready, right foot all the way forward, next to your left palm. You're now on your left toes. Inhale, circle up. High lunge. Reach up with your fingertips. Push into an imaginary block. Elbows straight. Tailbone down and forward. Back knee straight. Drop your left heel down. Open up, warrior two. Right hip down towards right ankle. Left pinky toe into the mat. Drop your left palm, take the right palm up and back. Peaceful warrior. Circle back. Warrior two. Side stretch. If you want, release your right palm down to your right ankle. Push your left shoulder back. Look at your left thumb. Back up. Warrior two. Move to half moon, left palm on left hip. Reach through your right fingertips. Right palm down, 8 inches ahead. Pull your left foot in halfway. Float your left leg up, straighten your right knee. Left ankle flexed. Left arm up. Enjoy your half moon. If you want, release your palm and stretch. 4, 3, 2. When you're coming down, bend your right knee, reach further behind with your left heel. Come back, warrior two. Windmill your arms around. Front foot all the way back. Plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Drop down to your knees. Transpose. When you're ready, get back to plank. We're doing one more side plank. Do we have time? Yes, of course, we have the time. So Yogi's choice. You can get down to your knees and just do your simple side plank and enjoy that. Or if you want, get the outer edge of your right foot down, inner edge of your left foot down, side plank to your left, float your left leg up. If you want, go for Chakasana, which means bend your left knee back and see if you can hold on to your left foot behind you. But whatever you're doing, try not to sink your hips down. So make sure you keep your hips moving up. When you want to release, left foot all the way forward, next to your right palm. Stay in your low lunge. Inhale, simply your arms up. High lunge. When you're ready, let's move for warrior three. Arms in front. Float all the way forward to your warrior three. Flex your ankle or point your toes. These toes. Reach through your fingertips. And ready. Slowly release back. High lunge. Wiggle your palms down. Front foot all the way back to plank. Optional. Chaturanga. Up dog. Not optional. Down dog. Let's get to the other side already. So move through plank. If you want, get your knee down. If you don't want, directly move to side plank, facing the right leg up. If you want, go for Chapasana. Three, two, one. Get your right foot all the way forward, next to your left palm. Stay in low lunge for a bit. When you're ready, inhale, high lunge. Move to warrior three. Float your arms forward, reach for the box of chocolates, push off. Reach through your ankle or through your heel or your toes. Stretch your arms forward. Straighten your standing knee if you can. Even if it's bent, that's perfectly fine. Slowly move back to high lunge. Wing with your palms down. Front foot all the way back. Hips up and back. Down dog. Bend your knees. Child's pose. Okay. We've got time for one more side plank. Yogi is up for it. Well, I can't see anybody, so I just assume you are. Okay, so let me take the mystery out of this one. So what I would request is all of you to sit up on your mats and just watch how this is going to unfold. You start with normal plank, get into side plank. If you can, hold on to your big toe, extend your knee, then release your palm down, knee to elbow, knee to the other elbow, foot out, drop your heel down, push your hips up, open your heart up to the sky. Release, go back to three-legged down dog, and then we take it from there, either Chaturanga or child's pose, whatever works for you. Are you guys ready? Again, I can't see, so I assume you are. All right, let's go. All fours into plank. Move to side plank, facing the left. Go to whichever plank you think you can hold, even if it means bending. That's fine too. If you're ready, hang on to your toe, extend up as much as you can. 3, 2, 1. Leave your foot up, get your palm down. Plank, knee to elbow, knee to the other elbow. Straighten your knee. Float your right palm up. Hips up. Don't sag your hips down. Hips up. Reach. Release. Left foot backing up. Three-legged down dog. Three-legged plank. Knees just chin or chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Maybe a little child's pose. If you want, circle your wrists. Get the Mickey out. Okay, absolutely the last side plank today. Bent knees or regular plank. Move to side plank to the right. If you want to hang on to your big toe, extend your knee as much as you can. 4, 3, 2, 1. Just get your palm down. Keep your foot up. Right knee to right elbow. Left elbow. Straighten your foot. Release your left palm up. Hips up. Open your heart up to the sky. Press. Release. Palm down. Foot back up. Three-legged down dog. Three-legged plank. Knees just chin, chaturanga. Up dog. And down dog. Okay. Release. Now comes the juicy part. The yin section. So we are going to do suspended spine, which kind of opens up the shoulders, which have taken a lot of stress today. So stay towards the rear end of your mat. Knees are hip width apart. Your hips remain above your knees at all times. They neither go forward nor do they go back. Hinge from your hips. Get down to your elbows. Elbows are shoulder width apart. Walk your elbows forward as much as you can. Release your forehead, your nose, your chin, or your heart down to the mat. Make sure your hip remains above your knee. You want to increase your tricep stretch, namaste, and get your namaste behind your neck. Slowly release. Okay, we're going to do broken wings. So broken wings is essentially you cross your elbows and then get them further apart, and then you just lie down on your arms. So we're going to start with your right arm on top of left, and then you just kind of lie down, and once you're down, you kind of see if you have a little more space. So really opening up the top of your back. Then get your forehead down, and then kind of walk your knees all the way back. So the pressure of your upper body is on your shoulders. And just lie down here like this. Soft of the palms facing up. Slowly release. You can remain lying down. Uncross and recross the other way, so that your left elbow is on top of your right elbow. Same thing, try and get your elbows as far apart from each other as possible. Tuck them in and then release the weight of your upper body on your arms. ease, you can decide to take a shavasana on your stomach, or if you prefer, flip over to your usual shavasana on your back, whatever suits you for today. Completely relax, let it go. Rather a tough practice, but hopefully worth it. Gets you more intimate with your side core. Nice long deep breath in and slowly exhale. Whenever you're ready, mindfully bring yourself back to seated. So if you're on your stomach, push back into child's pose and then slowly go back to seated. If you're on your back, draw your knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a nice little squeeze, gently rock from side to side. Roll over to your right, turn your face down, blink your eyes open. Back to seated, wherever is comfortable. Spine tall, palms in front of your heart, close your eyes, relax your shoulders. Now see if you can distance yourself from your practice and just get into your being. See if there are some parts of you that are shaking, see if some parts of you are feeling a little more alive, even though a little more tired. See if your breathing is back to normal. See if your heart rate is back to normal. Just appreciate all the signals your body gives you, including your sweating, your heart rate, how you feel, how fast your thoughts are moving, how much you manage to slow them down, how much you can focus. Just the act of focusing is the act of living. When you're ready, blink your eyes open, interlace the fingers, inhale all the way up, reach. Please, namaste yogis. As always, awesome to practice with you guys. I'll see you on Sunday.